pleasures continued to rise in waves up my spine and began to intensify and surge down my legs and down my arms and out through the hands. The base of my head at the rear, where the spine joins the skull, was hit by waves of exquisite sensation with each new song. It felt like a hand was gripping the upper back of my neck, where it meets the skull, and channeling in high voltage pleasure direct to my brain. After each wave of energy up my spine, this sensation did not totally subside, but seemed to remain as a scintillation of increased magnitude higher than the level before it. I became concerned as the euphoric physical effects intensified and extended in duration. I checked my pulse by the clock to see if I had an elevated heart rate associated with panic attacks. My pulse was normal and steady, and my body felt very, very relaxed. I had the sensation of settling or falling back deeper within my body. As the experience continued, my mind was paradoxically calm, intensely present, sharply aware, and my cognition totally functioning and nimble. The waves of sensation up my spine became a volcanic rush that entered my head. I was thinking, of energy flowed outwards along my limbs. By now it was after midnight. My body felt almost weightless. I felt immense power flowing through my body. At one point I looked at my hands and they felt so full of sensation of energy and so insubstantial, and I wondered if they might pass through the wall if I tried. I touched the wall out of curiosity, and my hand was certainly still solid as it touched the wall. Feel my hand. It went on and on, hour after hour, as powerful waves of surging energy, ever intensifying. I was totally immersed in intense ecstasy. Suddenly, there was another huge rush of energy upwards. There was complete darkness. I found my locus of consciousness now resting in the center of my head as a tiny pinpoint. The room I was sitting in had totally disappeared from sight. It was dark and comforting in the center of my brain. I could see down my spine